903.
903.
Now, medical science offers proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
The Raleigh Cigarette Program, starring Red Skelton with David Forrester and his orchestra, our singing star Anita Ellis, Gigi Pearson, Verna Felton, Pat McGee, and Wonderful Smith, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. It's a pleasure to bring you Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's popular comedian and the star of the Raleigh Cigarette Program, Red Skelton.
Much and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 903, Rod.
903, Red.
Well, sir, there'll be no more hair jokes on the air after tonight. I know that.
Just wait a minute. I got a bone to pick with you, Red.
Oh, good. Any meat on it? Well, that went over with the still of the night, didn't it? Nothing like good material. I wish we had some.
You're right, Red, and I think we should have left that joke in that went over so good in rehearsal.
Oh, you mean the one where I say, well, here it is, October, the frost is on the pumpkin?
Yeah, and I said, and the corn is in the script?
Yeah.
Well, why did you delete it?
Well, I'm caught with my alibi down, truthfully.
Sure, I know why. You're afraid I'd get a laugh.
Oh, no, I wish you hadn't said that.
Why?
Because it's the truth.
Well, comedians on other shows let their announcers get laughs.
Yeah, and look what's happening. NBC's up to their commercials and comedians. Have you noticed what's happened to radio lately? Band leaders, singers, announcers, they all get laughs one week, and the next week they've got their own shows. Did you hear Fred Allen on Sunday? Now he's bringing in commentators, Lowell Thomas and H.B. Kaltenborn, telling jokes. It's good for them, but it's bad for the comedian. And everybody gets laughing. What does the comedian get? I mean, besides money. Oh. Did you hear that Dennis Day program?
Yeah, and he mentioned your name.
Sure, the little traitor. When I first met him, he was just a singer. Now look at him. He's telling jokes. That audience laughed harder at him than one comedian laughs at another comedian when he's told that a comedian just died.
But, Red, the world wants to laugh.
Well, sure, it'd be all right if they leave it go there. But now the sponsors are looking for a guy that can sing, read the commercials, tell jokes, and fit into the advertising campaign.
Dennis Day fits into the advertising campaign?
For Colgate, yes. What other toothpaste program has their own dentist? I've seen it coming for years. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, don't be like that. You make a good living, and where there's life, there's hope.
Yeah, that's got me worried, too. Where there's hope, they don't need Skelton. Oh, you're just mad because you didn't get tickets to go into his club.
Well, I wouldn't worry if I were you. You can always go back to vaudeville.
You mean me do that old act with Edna where I sing She's Only a Bird in a Gilded Cage and then she does a fan dance?
Why not?
Well, Edna had a little misfortune. The OPA froze her feathers. She's now doing a peekaboo dance with Venetian blinds.
A peekaboo dance?
Yeah, a peekaboo dance. The audience peeks, then boos, you know. No, I tell you, comedians will think of something.
Well, you know what I think you comics have one way out?
What?
Get funny jokes and new ones.
Well, that's the easy way out, isn't it? We can't tell new jokes. Why, the jokes we comics have been using on the air for years, the audience is just getting. It's the radio comedians that's keeping this country on its feet. Every time we tell an old joke, I can just hear thousands of people yell, "Get up, shut that thing off, will you?" Well, I'll tell you, if the audience is going to be fickle and they want talent with their jokes, I'll go back to the job I came out here to California to do.
Oh, you can't do that, Red.
You mean the grape picking season's over?
Now, medical science offers proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
Yes, proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
Scientific tests of America's 6 leading brands based on a method used by the United States government. Tests certified by a jury of 14 doctors, including throat specialists, have proved conclusively. No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than Rollies. So smokers enjoy the new, smoother, better-tasting Rollies. Rollies are right. Right for taste, right for throat. And remember, medical science offers proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
903, Anita.
903, Red.
Anita Ellis will now sing a song which she just recorded. Either it's love or it isn't.
Either it's love or it isn't. There's no compromise. Either it's real or it isn't. There's no otherwise. Don't want your arms, don't want your lips. If your heart isn't mine to the core, take them away. Come back the day you've learned what a heart is for. Either you're true or you aren't. There's no in between. If you've been lied to by someone, you'll know what I mean. It took much too many romances to teach this fool to be wise. Either it's love or it isn't. There's no compromise. It took much too many romances to teach this fool to be wise. Either it's love or it isn't. There's no
Skelton scrapbook of satire tonight is about the meat shortage, and it's entitled, If You Have a Beef, Don't Air It, Roast It. Our characters are fictional. If there's any similarity to persons living, you better pay your insurance up, because you ain't going to last long. Chapter 11 is entitled The Pig Farm. A lot of people think that the farmer who sells his product during these times is getting rich. They believe that a pig on the hoof is money in the bank, but not to Clem Cadiddlehopper. He don't believe in piggy banks. Well, here I am. To eat his own, to eat his own. Yes, sir, boy, I'm as crisp as a cracker. Just as crummy, too. Boy, it sure is hot today. Just saw my pet squirrel running around with his fur coat unbuttoned. Well, I better put on my hip boots and go down and feed the pigs. I gotta wear them so I won't dirty up the pig pen, you know. There. Better count my pigs. Somebody tried to steal one of my prize hogs last night. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to go fast there. 3 of my fingers are stuck together with molasses. It's all the higher I can count today. I lost my thumb last week eating celery. Oh, darn it, I brought the bucket, but I forgot the food. I'm getting to be as helpless as the second lead in a Jane Russell picture. Well, here comes Sarah doing that old 1900 car of hers. Wonder why she don't paint that thing and take the bumpers off of it, make it look like a new one.
Howdy, Clem.
Well, Sarah, do howdy doody to you, too.
How do you feel, Clem? You look sick.
Well, I ought to. You just slammed that door on my nose.
Well, you don't have to talk sassy to me just 'cause I slammed the door on a little old thing like your nose.
My nose ain't little. Or it wasn't before you slammed the door on it. Well, I can't stand here and be fussing with you. I've got to go out finish feeding the pigs here.
You sure have fine livestock,
Yeah,
Clem.
I know.
Now, how did you do at the county fair with them?
Cleaned up. I won 4 events.
Well, that's funny. I only count 3 of your pigs with blue ribbons.
Well, I only wear mine when I'm dressed up.
Well, Clem, I'm so hungry for some meat.
Yeah.
You know, if you love me, you'd cut off a ham off of one of them there pigs and give it to me.
Can't make money that way, kiddo.
You're getting awfully uppity lately. Clem, what's turned your head?
Why, is it on backwards again?
Oh, you just don't like me,
Yes,
Clem.
I do now. I love you for what you are.
Well, then what am I?
I don't know.
Clem, where were you when the brains were passed out?
Same where you was when you tried to read that just now.
Well, I'd sure like to taste some nice bacon again.
Well, before you go home, I'll give you a yard of pork.
A yard of pork?
Yeah, 3 pigs feed. That was a fasty with a slow response, wasn't it, huh? What's he doing over here so early?
Well, I just thought I'd help you take your pigs to the packing house.
Uh-huh.
Oh, are you still trading with the Tommy Dugan brothers?
No, I think that packing house is selling at a black market.
Well, whatever gave you that idea?
Well, he paid me with 5 $10 bills, and each one, the Alexander Hamilton was hiding his face in his hand.
Well, what else makes you think he's not according to OPA?
Well, I know he's selling at black market because he does all his business on the roof.
Up on the roof? You mean...
Exactly, above ceiling.
Oh, Clem, he sounds like a crook to me.
He is. He's so crooked he could hide behind a corkscrew without throwing a shadow.
Well, where did you ever meet such a person?
Behind a corkscrew?
Well, if he is a black marketeer, then he's got gangsters working for him, and then they might hurt you.
Oh, they don't scare me, them people. I was in the Army. I talked back to a PFC once.
Well, we better feed your pigs.
Yeah, I just remembered. Not today. I only feed them every other day.
Well, why?
Well, I gotta eat sometime myself, you know.
Oh, Clem, here comes someone in a new car.
Yep. Uh-oh. It's that Tommy Dugan gang from that packing house. There's somebody with him, too. Uh-oh. Howdy.
I came out to see why you didn't make a delivery this morning. We got to have pigs for the market.
Well, why don't you butcher each other? You're making hogs out of yourself. You black marketeers, you.
Shall I smack him down?
You just try it and you'll get a surprise. Now, ain't you surprised how easy it was?
Don't beat him up, killer. I'll talk to the goon.
Now, look, if you're trying to knock me silly, you're just wasting your time now.
Look, periscope head. I want you to pay attention to what I say and think. What caused this sudden change?
Well, I've decided I'll sell my meat where the customers can buy it over the counter instead of that cramped-up position underneath it.
Look, don't be a sucker. This is 1946, and you got to get it while the getting's good.
You know, when you talk like that, you sort of tarnish my discharge button.
That's a very pretty speech.
Yes,
but if you're smart, you'll make your pile now.
Oh.
You know money doesn't grow on trees.
If it did, you'd probably be up in one. Still peeking through the leaves up there or something.
But suppose something should happen to your pigs.
Yeah, like they accidentally got poisoned.
Oh, well, you never get away with that. I always taste the food before I feed it to them.
We got ways of handling stupid people like you.
Well, who's stupid?
You are.
Now, you Come down here and say that, will you?
Hey, you stop hitting him.
Yeah.
Well, to slow down your production, I think we'll just knock off a couple of your prize boards.
Oh, here now, where are you going?
Hey, Clint,
Get out of that
careful.
pig pen.
Careful, he's got a gun.
Come out of that pig pen. Here, what do you... Here. Here now.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Right in, pretty quick. Sheridan, call all the neighbors. I want them over here at once. Well, friends, I want to thank you, fellow Americans, for getting rid of the black marketeers by not patronizing them. And I want to thank you for coming over here and paying your respect to my two prize pigs. Now, hand me that knife and your plate. There's plenty here for everybody, you know.
Now, medical science offers proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
Yes, proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
That famous star of 20th Century Fox's The Razor's Edge, Tyrone Power, says, quote,
I changed my mind about cigarettes after I saw the certified reports. Medical science has proved no other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new Rolly. From now on, Rolly is my choice.
Right, Tyrone Power. Those tests were based on the method used by the United States government. So, friends, enjoy the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly. And remember, medical science offers proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars. So no other is safer to smoke than the new, smoother, better-tasting Rolly.
David Forrester and his orchestra play Jealousy. Take it away, David. 903, Rod.
903, Red.
Chapter 12 is entitled Small Fry. Nowadays, all sorts of tricks are being used to make the butcher turn loose with just one more chop, and this is the story of the mean widow meat getter.
Junior,
Yeah?
what were you doing in the backyard?
I was burning some leaves.
In the incinerator?
No, the incinerator wouldn't hold all of them, so I burned them in the garage.
Oh, there's nothing like the smell of burning leaves.
Yes, especially when there's a small touch of the garage in it.
Now, you're kidding me. You wouldn't set fire to the garage.
You just keep laughing, kiddo, that's all.
Well, how would you like to go to the meat market with me?
Well, that all depends, Grandma.
Depends on what, Junior.
Well, the way you've been fattening me up lately, it depends on whether you're going for buying or selling. I tell you, I think I stay here. I'm kind of busy anyhow. I'm going to find out something for myself. I got a little experiment to make there.
Well, what's that you have in that bottle?
Well, look.
Cleaning fluid?
Yes.
The inflammable kind?
Keep going.
And matches, too.
Yes.
What are you up to?
Boy, she got no imagination at all.
Junior, I asked you what you were up to.
I'll be up to the ceiling if these two things get together, you know.
You give that bottle to me.
Oh, you want to do this, huh? You firebug, you.
You give me that stuff. You're too young to realize what could happen.
Yeah, and you too old to make a statement like that.
You mean you'd like to set the house on fire?
Yes, I would. I'd like to set the house on fire. Barbecue myself. Let the walls and the ceiling fall in. Oh, no.
What's the matter?
I scared me down.
No, don't cry.
I will burn up.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Bless his little heart.
Yeah, bless his little heart.
Now, don't cry, and I'll buy you some gumdrops.
And some liquid?
Yes.
And some popcorn and Cracker Jacks?
Yes.
And some ice cream?
Mhm.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I got the tummy ache now.
Here, put this coat on.
Okay, I go to the meat market. Look.
Who tied that dog on our porch?
I did. He's mine.
Where'd you get him?
Well, he followed me home. I took hold of one end of the leash, and he followed the other. See?
How did his paws get so sore?
Well, that's his own fault. He shouldn't have dragged his feet, you know.
What's his name?
Hmm?
What's his name?
I call him G.I. because he ain't got no home.
I wonder what kind of a dog he is.
I don't know. I think they made him after all the dogs was made, and he was the leftovers or something.
Well, he looks like a bloodhound to me.
He do? Come on, bleed for us. Come on, let's see. Hey, Grandma, can I keep him, huh?
Now, maybe somebody deliberately lost him because there's no meat to feed him.
Oh.
I wonder if the butcher will have any scraps.
He's got it, but he's selling it for first-class stuff, you know. Hey, Grandma. Uh-oh. There's that Mr. Bob Orton coming out of his house.
Junior.
Well, my dear friend. Hello.
Ah, shut up.
Junior, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Well, you better start thinking, kiddo, because I get worse on the hour, you know.
You've been asking for this.
Oh, no. You spanked me in front of an outsider. Oh, I get so embarrassed.
You're not embarrassed, Junior. I can see by your face that you're not blushing.
I'm not blushing in my face.
Going shopping?
Yes, we're going down to the butcher store to see if we got any meat for the dog.
You have a dog?
Yes, see, Mary's here.
Mine disappeared this morning.
Really?
Someone came into my house and took him.
No. Now, whose was you to sing like that?
You.
No coaching from the audience, please.
Give Mr. Alton his dog. Let's go. We've
Here
got
you
to get
are.
to the
Go
meat
on.
market.
Skidoo.
Well, it's times like these that make me glad I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian. What's that?
Vegetarian is one who doesn't eat meat, just vegetables.
Oh, I thought they called them Americans. Come on,
Let's
Grandma,
go,
come on.
Junior. Here.
It's that
Here,
license
here.
number 903. I saw it.
Junior, hold my hand.
What?
Hold my hand.
Why?
Now, careful crossing the street. Now, do I really mean that?
Boy, you sure does love me, don't you, kiddo?
Ooh, just look at the people in front of the butcher shop.
Yes.
You'd think they'd never seen meat.
No.
Junior, you
Yeah.
stay here. I'm going to sneak around to the back of the market.
Yes.
Maybe the employees' entrance is open. Now, you hold my place in line.
You bet I will. I'll squeeze right in here. Here.
Oh, get out of my shopping bag.
All right, stand back, folks. Stand back. Give me some air. Give me some air. I'm dying. Give me some air.
Oh, I'm sorry, little boy.
I'm not a widow boy. I've been in line so long I've shrunk.
Are you doing the shopping?
Yeah, that's why I got on my old ragged clothes, you know. I look so pitiful, it tears them butchers' hearts out, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see it's not working. I powder me face with some flour. Boy, that pale look gets them every time, you know.
Say, was that lady your mother or your nurse?
No, that's my grandmother. My mother's in jail.
In jail?
Yeah.
What for?
She lost her head out the zoo. Killed 9 storks before they could catch her. She went stork raving mad out there, that kid did. I hope this butcher store don't open until Grandma gets back. She went down the street to the other butcher shop.
There's another meat market?
Sure, you got a better selection. Not too loud, not too loud. The meat's cheaper, too, you know. I just saw them unloaded. 2 guys with guns taking out a cow. I saw them.
Yeah? Well, where did you say this meat market was?
3 blocks down the street.
Step aside, folks.
Well, you're going to have to run fast to the meat.
Here.
What happened, Junior? Why is everybody running? I can't understand it.
We can't we, folks?
Good morning.
Oh, let's go in, Grandma. I got a feeling that mob's going to be back in a couple of minutes. And they won't be pussyfooting in either, boy. Look, meat, Grandma, meat.
Now, don't get so excited.
Excited? Well, then slow down to walk. You're dragging me on the floor. Goodness. Hey, what's that big machine over there, Grandma?
That's a slicing machine, and don't go near it.
Okay.
I don't want 2 of you running around here.
Well, what can I do for you, madam?
Well, you can turn your back so we can clean out this joint.
Quiet,
if you don't
Junior.
mind.
What do you have, Butcher?
Just what you see here.
Well, either way, you need glasses or you need some meat. One or the other.
Do you have some ham under the counter?
We sold it last night.
The ham?
The counter. However, I do have pig's feet.
Well, I got pigeon toes, but I don't brag about it.
Say, you're a smart little fella. What's your name?
Junior.
Is that all?
That's too much right there.
Do you have any ham?
No, just pig's feet.
She don't want pig's feet. She wants some ham, something higher up on the hook. Some hips. You got any hips?
A nice boy.
Don't
Does
pat me
he
on
bite? Oh, he bit me.
Now, that's the first fresh meat I've tasted in weeks.
I wish you'd hurry up and buy your meat and leave.
Okay, Grandma, you go ahead and buy the meat. I'm going to look around. I'm going to look in this big icebox here. It's open. Going inside and cool myself off. It sure is hot today. The humidity is awful in here. Oh, boy, it sure is cold in here. Oh, look at all the meat. I believe I've died and gone to hell. I wonder where to get all this meat. Wonder what's in this box over there. I'm going to go tell Grandma. Grandma, don't buy none of this stuff from me.
Why, Junior?
Look what I found. Horseshoes.
Remember, we'll all be back with you next Tuesday at the same time. Red Skelton, David Forrester and his orchestra, Anita Ellis, Verna Felton, G.G. Pearson, Pat McGee, and Wonderful Smith, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. Until next Tuesday, then.
It's Red Skelton saying goodbye now. Thanks for listening, and thanks for buying Raleigh.
Sir Walter Raleigh, the pipe tobacco that rates superior on all 5 counts. Check them.
A rich, ripe, full-bodied, burly blend.
Sir Walter Raleigh pipe tobacco.
Mellowed with rum for extra smoothness. Deep down, satisfying goodness.
That's Sir Walter Raleigh pipe tobacco.
Clean smoking all the way down. No soggy heel. Leaves only a clean, dry ash.
And that's Sir Walter Raleigh pipe tobacco.
Grip cut for slow, even, cool burning.
Yes, Sir Walter Raleigh pipe tobacco.
The brand of grand aroma. Keeps home, sweet home.
It's Sir Walter Raleigh. Sooner or later, your favorite tobacco.
Yes, a favorite with college men, servicemen, businessmen. Men everywhere who appreciate quality pipe smoking. Try Sir Walter Raleigh, the quality pipe tobacco of America.
903.
903. Brown and Williamson invite you to other good listening during the week. Listen to People Are Funny next Friday night and join us again with Red Skelton next Tuesday. Red Skelton is heard on this program through the courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Red Skelton is brought to you by the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation.